How in the world do the rest of the NFL let the Philadelphia Eagles get another first-round player in round 2 last night? The do-everything cornerback Cooper DeJean is coming to Philadelphia, but here where DeJean thinks he'll actually play in Fangio's new defense. Also, the Eagles traded back multiple times in round 3 to select an edge rusher from a college that is smaller than most Texas high schools, but hear why Howie Roseman thinks he's a bigger athletic freak than we might realize. And Quinyon touched down in Philadelphia yesterday. And who could the Eagles be looking at on day 3? I'm Thomas Mott. This is the Thomas Mott Show. Okay, don't hate me, but night 2 of the NFL draft might be better than night 1 of the NFL draft for the Philadelphia Eagles. And no, it's not because I think Quinyon Mitchell isn't good or he's not going to be special. It's quite the opposite. And by the way, we did get Quinyon's first day at the NovaCare complex yesterday, so stay tuned for that visit at the end of today's video. You gotta see this. Now, I think night 2 of the NFL draft might be better than night 1 because of the value the Eagles got in round 2. Like, Philadelphia shocked everybody when they gave up number 50 overall and 53 overall to go up to 40 and select Iowa's do-everything defensive back Cooper DeJean.
Going to Philly.
And for those wondering how he did admit in his press conference last night that the Eagles gave up too much to go up to 40. Like, it was way more than a fair trade in terms of the Washington move up. But they realized getting a third-round draft pick back was going to be good, but they thought that going up to get Cooper DeJean was well worth it. And listen, Howie is correct. Like, DeJean was probably the most mocked to pick for the Birds at 22 on night 1. And watching a first-round prospect fall past the first couple of picks in day 2 was probably a little bit too much for the Eagles GM to pass on.
Cooper was a consideration yesterday, and we thought one of the best defensive players in the draft, and obviously we took a guy that we loved as well yesterday, and so we made a concerted effort to try to go get him. Rare for us to be picking in the 20s and to get 2 first-round players, and both those guys were first-round players for us.
Which was echoed by James Palmer, who tweeted last night, quote, "My understanding is the Eagles believe Cooper DeJean was probably the best overall football player in that group of top cornerbacks. Situational awareness, tackling, spatial awareness, natural instincts on the field. Is he a true cornerback on the outside? Most likely not. There is a plan." And I get it. You might not be completely sold on Cooper DeJean. You didn't watch a lot of Iowa games last year. I didn't until getting prepared for this draft, but still, there clearly was a plan here for Cooper DeJean. And PFF did name him the steal of night 2, citing that DeJean fell out of the first round presumably because of the questions over his true position at the next level. However, his playmaking ability and coverage instinct skills give him a chance to succeed in any role in the secondary. Over the last 2 seasons, the Iowa standout allowed just a 45 passer rating on throws into his coverage despite playing over 800 cover snaps. DeJean also racked up 7 interceptions, 12 forced incompletions while providing value as a punt returner. The Eagles have now snagged both of PFF's top-ranked cornerback prospects, Quinyon Mitchell and DeJean, with a solid young core in the secondary. And it's true, I don't know exactly where he's going to play in this defense, but I do know he's going to play, like whether it's safety, outside corner, slot corner, or even punt returner, or maybe some hybrid of all those players. Vic Fangio is not going to be able to keep this guy off the field. He's just that good. And I think DeJean's answer last night when asked about where he prefers to play on defense might win some of his even most strongest critics over.
Yeah, they talked to me about all three positions. I don't have a preference. I'm a football player, so you put me on the field, I'm going to go play football. Whether it's inside, outside, at safety, wherever it is, this is a game I love to play. As long as I'm on the field out there, I'll be happy, and I'm going to give it my all every time I step on the field. Physically, I'm good. If there was a game played today, I'd be ready to go. And as far as being moved around at Iowa, I think that's something that's helped me. Just seeing the game from different positions, understanding how to play each position. So I think it only helped me. Being able to learn from Coach Parker, learn to play all 3 positions there. So I think it's helped me a lot, and increase my knowledge of the game, and being able to see the game from different spots.
Now, if you're like me and you love the Birds' first 2 picks, give the show a thumbs up. I think we can get at least 1,000 likes for the fact that this might be their best 1-2 punch haul in a very, very long time, and I loved Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith this past season. Also, maybe thumbs up for Chris Sims, absolutely coping with the fact that the Eagles, yet again, year after year after year, dominated the first 2 nights of the draft. Oh, and side note, I'm getting married next week, but I'm also getting closer to 48,000 subs, and so maybe your gift to me for my wedding could be hitting that red subscribe button down below. Now, Philadelphia then made all of us stay up a lot later than we thought we would after trading back not once but twice in round 2, but then they made us all go who with their 3rd round selection in the draft.
The Philadelphia Eagles select Jalyx Hunt.
Before you comment, Thomas, they should have gotten a linebacker. Go get a linebacker. I agree. I'm not necessarily saying that they shouldn't have got a linebacker with that third pick, but remember, this is being filmed early on Saturday morning, noon Eastern today. They have 7 more picks to go, a bunch in the 4th and a bunch in the 5th. I expect the linebacker and tackle to both go off the round in day 3. Okay, so what's the deal with this edge rusher from a Houston school with less than 3,000 totals in the student body? Well, for one, he is a physical freak. He scored a 9.22 on the relative athletic score ranking, which are out of a possible 10. This would rank him 141st out of 1,798 defensive ends drafted between 1987 and 2024. In the end, think raw talent here, which Howie echoed a lot last night during his presser.
Yeah, I mean, he's got freaky tools in his body. You know, he's an explosive guy. I mean, if you watch his best plays, he's doing things that are unique. He can bend, he can close, he can finish. He's long. He's an extremely smart kid, obviously, coming from Cornell. You know, and we feel like we got a good edge rush group. You know, he doesn't have to come in here and you know, we're going to develop him like we talk about. This is a perfect developmental guy for us because of the tools in his body and his character and his work ethic, and we think we can really find something with him. But that's on us. That's on how he's going to work. And, you know, you can say, you know, well, that's the 3rd round, and you're a good team. Why are you doing that? Because these guys are hard to find, and we believe in the edge rushers, and we just felt like there was a tremendous buy-in from our staff about this player, obviously. From the coaching staff, from the front office, we thought this guy had tremendous tools. So when you get guys like that, it's exciting to see what they can become. And again, we feel like we like our edge group. We didn't have to add there, but it's exciting to get a guy like this.
Still, though, it's a surprising pick. Although when Daniel Jeremiah then spilled the beans on this guy being apparently one of Vic Fangio's favorite players in the entire draft, it started to make a little bit more sense to me. Like, personally, Hunt feels like a little bit of a reach. I want my 3rd-round draft picks to maybe have a chance to play a lot sooner rather than later. However, Vic Fangio has clearly been given the keys to this defense, and the Eagles have said, Vic, go get your guys, Quinyon, DeJean, and now he gets one of his favorite project players in Jalyx Hunt, and so now hopefully he can polish what right now is a diamond in the rough into a shiny new pass rusher, maybe not this year, but maybe a year or 2 down the road. In the end, we got to reserve our judgment for guys like this. I still think they need a linebacker, and I think they will maybe go get Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I know it's crazy here on day 3, but as of right now, I love the 1st-round pick, I love the 2nd-round pick, and I'm curious about round 3. And speaking of our 1st-round pick, Quinyon Mitchell arrived at the NovaCare complex yesterday and seemed like he had himself quite the day with meetings, press conferences, and just getting to know everybody.
What's up, Eagle fans? Happy to be here. Ready to get to work. Go Birds.
How did it feel? Congratulations.
Quinyon, this is Reggie. He likes the camera.
Ready. All right.
How was the cheesesteak?
It was good. It was good. It was good.
I think instant draft grades from day 1 and 2 are very, very clear. 1st round, 2nd round, A+. The Eagles could not have hit it more out of the park. They got 2 first-round draft picks at 22 and 40, both of which you thought the Eagles had to trade up to go ahead and get at one point during the draft process. Day 3, bring it back to a B-. I definitely want to see what Jalyx Hunt can do against NFL talent because he only played at Houston Christian, which is pretty crazy overall. But the Eagles saw a diamond in the rough. They were praying, according to Howie Roseman, that another team wouldn't take him as he fell down the board, traded back, got value, and they got a new pass rusher. Now, I want to thank you guys for an incredible first 2 nights of the draft in terms of our live show. We had a ton of people, despite technical difficulties last night, not live for day 3, because day 3 can go for a very, very long time. But hit that sub button, because we're going to have a full breakdown of day 3 coming up here once the Eagles are officially done with the 2024 draft. I'm exhausted. We had a bunch of fun. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. I'm Thomas Mott. This has been the Thomas Mott Show.